Hello YouTube and welcome back to the FIFA 17 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. So as you can see here, that's the team that I am going to be using going into the next game in online seasons. Obviously we packed on loan Mario Gomez in the last episode, so he will get a chance up front, get a strong link to Blaszczykowski just to improve the chemistry a little bit. As you can see, there's Americans making links to Eric Lehigh, which links with championship players, then a few Russians, and then Perisic, who doesn't actually have any links going to him. Hopefully soon we will pack Italian players possibly, or we'll have to just keep him in the club until we can actually use him. So as you can see here, we're getting into this game against this guy. Marseille US is the name of his team. Obviously kits looked very similar, but he was happy to change, so he's using that white kit, and you will quickly see his team just as we get into this game. So as you can see here, he's using all bronze team 4-3-3, no chemistry really. As you can see here, we get into the game really late on, as it was a pretty bad game. So as you may have seen if you watched the last episode, we beat his side using a full Newcastle team, but still it was a silver and gold championship side with 100 chemistry, while in this game we've come up against a bronze team with barely any chemistry, and in that game we used our worst team, so obviously this guy must have been better than the guy who had the Newcastle team. But as you can see here, Elliot, who actually plays for Newcastle, made the save there, and he catches it here as we try and get on a counter-attack to try and win this game. 4 minutes went up, and as you can see here, they won the header, but luckily we do win it back with Perisic. It's passed through by Massimo to Mario Gomez. I passed it back to Massimo, back through to Gomez. No, his defender left. The goalkeeper came out, but Mario Gomez, on his debut, hit the shot past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0, and that was brilliant for us to score in the 90th minute, plus whatever injury time we'd gone into. As you can see here, from kickoff he tries to run forward. I put it on ultra defensive just in case, but we win the ball back, give it away again, but win it back once again. Then we're just passing it about Perisic to the left back, and we're just trying to make sure we don't concede it again. So as you can see, Massimo gives it to Gomez, who gets through luckily. He runs through, tries to make it 2, as it's one-on-one really, has a strike, and it's well saved by his goalkeeper. So we have a corner here right at the end of the game, and we shouldn't lose it from here. We whip it in, it's headed away, and I just pressed to shoot with that guy. He hits it well wide, but the referee blows his whistle there, so a 1-0 victory there. We probably should have scored more. I had a fair few chances, but Mario Gomez in particularly and Blaszczykowski just kept hitting it over the bar. As you can see there, I had 21 shots, 13 on target, so his keeper had a good game. Like I say, 13 shots on target is a lot to have in a game, I do believe. So anyway, after that game we do open the bronze pack that we do open after every game, and hopefully we get something useful in this pack. So as you can see, as we open the pack, we get 2 players, actually no, we get 3 players, a rare attacking midfielder from Atletico Bilbao, so he should sell, and I just send the contracts and them to the club. I think I will list him after a bit and just quick sell the rest. So as you can see here, we're just missing out on the 5k, which we would have had to open the gold pack. So as you can see, we get into the second game of this episode, and the 2 Japanese players we packed in the last game are getting their debut, in the last episode, sorry, are getting their debuts, the left winger and the striker. So that's the team we're going with, just a bit more chemistry than before, and just hopefully that team will do a good job for us in this next game. So as you can see here, it's just searching for the opponent. I'm guessing not as many people are in Division 10 now as what would have been at the start, so it's harder to find the game sometimes. But as you can see, we're just using the second team. We eventually find the game against this guy, who is Burst Jaffe, is his team name, established January 2016, so it's a pretty new team. But as you can see, I have to use my away kit again, but I like the kit, Montreal Impact, and he's using the Leicester away kit, the red one. So as you can see, this is the team he is going to be using, a full gold Serie A team, so that's going to be a pretty difficult team to play against, or at least it should be. So anyway, as you can see here, we're coming forward here with Galano, the player we got from doing a bronze upgrade in the last episode. We get a corner kick, he whips it in, it's headed on straight into the hands of Joe Hart, who he has in goal. They throw it out though, we intercept it, give it to, try and give it to a player, but he must have tried to pass it sometime without realizing he had the ball, so passed it out of play. We throw it in, it's passed to Roca, he plays a 1-2 with Galano. Roca gets the ball back and hits it into the back of the net. Really good strike by Roca, and we take the lead with 5 minutes into the second half. Really good strike by Roca, the bronze Italian player, and after that, for some reason, despite it only being 1-0, this guy put his controller down. I'm not sure why. He just stopped playing, and I didn't really do much. I did try and run forward with the goalkeeper a couple times just to try and get the goalkeeper on the score sheet. I do try and get forward here, but a lot of the time when you're playing against someone who puts the controller down, he just stops playing, and it's just weird. But anyway, as you can see here, Tatsuya, the Japanese striker that we packed, did score to make it 2-0, and we do well there. So as you can see here, I was actually trying to give away a corner so that his goalkeeper would come forward to try and just score an easy goal, but for some reason that never happened. And as you can see here, for some reason the connection was now lost, despite it being in the 90th minute and him having the corner. Not sure why he would have left at that point, but I'm guessing he must have went away or something. But whatever, we get the win, and that actually confirms that we win the Division 1 title, so that's pretty good. We would have liked to have done it inside 4 games, but if I did win them first 2 games, you would have only seen the last 2 games of the season. As you can see, we get 2,000 coins extra for winning the title, which is confirmed there with 4 wins and 2 draws, which is not really that good. But anyway, as you can see here, after the game, we did sell Klassen, a Swedish cam from the Russian league, and as you can see here, the Spanish player is also up for sale for 1,000 coins, because I think that was the cheapest that was on the market. So as you can see here, we're getting in and opening a bronze pack, as we do after every game, but I shouldn't have to keep repeating that. And as you can see here, we get a silver player in the pack, so hopefully he will come in handy. An Italian centre back, so he should come in handy in that second team. And we, like I said, we just save the contracts once again, and then we will end up quick selling the rest, but put James Bree on the transfer list just for now, just because he is a duplicate. So as you can see here, just quick selling the rest, and we have enough coins to open a gold pack, which we are going to do now. And as you can see here, we just get the gold players in this pack. Roland is a player that I thought might have sold for a bit because the Cavani SBC was up and you needed Uruguay players, but I did send all the players to the club. Johnny Housen will come in handy because of the championship link to the other players. And we also got a marksman card, so I decided to save that as well. So only one thing being quick sold, and it's actually a quite nice kit, but I decided to get rid of it. As like I said before, I'm allowed to use the half of the coins I get from divisional prizes to buy a player off the transfer market, and I decided to go with Yunus Mali of Wolfsburg, as he will get a perfect link to Mario Gomez and Blaszczykowski. So that should do well for us, and hopefully we get good use out of him, and we will just be sending that American central midfielder to the club. And because of that, we will then be able to get rid of the American central defensive midfielder and put Johnny Housen in there to get the championship links. So as you can see here, that Spanish cam did sell for 1,000 coins, and as you can see here, I did another bronze upgrade. Just if I get enough bronze players that I'm not going to be using, I will try and do a bronze upgrade to try and get a couple silver players that I could use maybe in a future squad builder challenge or in the club, like Galano is coming in handy doing. So as you can see, I just advanced on here and opened the pack. We got a player from the German league, so another player that could come in handy, as he can get links to the for the 3 German league players we already have. Obviously, being a CDM, he would link straight to the right wing and the attacking midfielder. So that should do well, and with the rest of the coins we got, we did use on Yunus Mali some of them, but I decided to go out and buy a central defender from the championship, just to get more links with the championship coming in here. Hopefully try and make maybe the German league the first team for now, and then a championship team. But as you can see, I bought Magnussen from Bristol City, and hopefully he'll come in well. He's got 60 pace, which isn't too bad, and 70 defending, which was I think one of the best defending of the players we could afford. So that player is going, and I think I will then, yes, just so I can put Housen as left central defensive midfielder, I put a 150 coin bid in for this left back from Brighton, because he will then get links to the centre back and the defensive midfielder. So out of the 1,000 coins I had, I spent 700. I think I spent just about enough, because I think I spent 650 on Molly, 150 on this player here, and 200 on Magnussen. So that is the 1,000 coins used up right there that we got as the divisional prize. So they will go into the club, improve the chemistry. But anyway, that is how the episode finishes. See you later, guys.